Hi, I'm Delano White, known to some as the Math Whisperer, and I'm thrilled to be one of your guides as we explore the exciting world of algebra. So what is algebra? Algebra is one of the foundational branches of mathematics, and understanding it is crucial to success in higher level math courses. In the first lesson of this course, we'll explore the building blocks of algebra, starting with basic terms like variables, expressions, and equations. It is important to understand the vocabulary of algebra because it forms the language we use to describe mathematical concepts. Students should familiarize themselves with these terms early on as they will be used throughout this and future courses. So let's start with some of the key terms. Variable. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents a number. Expression. An expression is a mathematical phrase that can include numbers, variables, and operations. Equation. An equation is a statement that two expressions are equal. And constant. A constant is a value that does not change. So let's start with a couple of algebraic expressions. It's important to recognize that the variable can change while constants remain fixed. By breaking down the expression into parts, you can better understand the role of each element. For our first example, we have the expression 3x minus 5. So in this expression, 3 is the coefficient, x is the variable, and 5 is the constant. Does it make sense? Good. Now let's keep going. What is an equation? An equation is a statement that two expressions are equal. The equal sign is key here. We'll focus on balancing both sides of the equation as we solve them in future lessons. Moving forward, we will focus on balancing both sides of the equation as we solve the problem. So let's solve an equation. Our goal is to determine the value of the variable. The equation is 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. And we are going to determine the value for the variable x. We know that it is a variable because it is a letter instead of a number. So let's head over to our board and work through our problem together. So we have our equation of 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. So our first step is to identify our pieces. So we know our constants are 5 and 11, our variable is x, and our coefficient is 3. So we're going to use what is called inverse operation, which means that you're going to do the opposite operation of what is already in the problem. So in the problem, we see that 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. We want to first get rid of the 5. So 5 is added to 3x. So we're going to subtract 5, the inverse of addition, subtracting, to figure out how we get to isolate 3x. So a quick rule for equations, if you have never dealt with an equation, equations, the sides of an equation are like twins. Whatever happens to the left side must also happen to the right. So in this case, we're going to subtract 5. So we're going to take 3x plus 5 is equal to 11. We're going to subtract 5. But remember, you have to do it to both sides. And so once you do that, and for those who like shortcuts, I like to show all of my work, because when you do, if you make a mistake, especially when you get into higher level math courses, you can quickly identify where you made an error. So we subtracted 5 from this, so now you have 3x. You subtract 5 from 11, you have 6. So the next thing we're going to do is to get rid of the coefficient. So in this case, 3 is multiplied by the variable. So what do you think we're going to do to get rid of the 3? We're going to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. So this will get rid of our 3, the x will be isolated. And what's 6 divided by 3? That's 2. So we believe that our answer is 2. Now, how can we know for sure? You can always plug back in your final answer to your equation and it should make sense. So we're going to plug 2 in where we started with x. So if we plug in 3 times 2, that gives us 6. So now we're going to do 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Is this true? Is 6 plus 5 11? Yes, it is. So we've plugged in and we got our answer that 11 is equal to 11. Now, if you had a different value, you would know that what you thought was your answer was incorrect. But in this example, we plugged in 2, we got 11, 11 equals 11, and so we're all set. Great work. So, thank you for joining us as we start the journey to the wonderful world of algebra. If you need more assistance, feel free to use one of our tools to help you on your journey. Along this journey, you will also meet other presenters and get introduced to our numeracy navigators who will help guide you through example problems. Have fun! Hey everyone, it's Delano again. And are you ready for your next lesson? In this lesson, we will learn about order of operations. Order of operations is a foundational principle that you will rely upon throughout your mathematical journey. PEMDAS, an acronym which stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, is a crucial mathematical concept that ensures consistency and accuracy in solving mathematical expressions. In real life, calculations often involve multiple operations, and performing them in the correct order can mean the difference between a correct and an incorrect solution. For example, when calculating financial budgets, determining measurements in construction, or analyzing data in science, following PEMDAS ensures everyone arrives at the same result. It provides a universal standard that helps avoid confusion and ensures fairness in computations. This makes it an essential function for math and its applications in everyday life. So why is order of operations important? Without a standard order, different people might solve the same expression differently. PEMDAS ensures consistency and accuracy when solving expressions. Imagine if two people solved the same problem but came up with different answers. The order of operations rules make sure everyone solves expressions the same way. So let's evaluating an expression using PEMDAS. In this case, 2 plus 3 times parentheses 4 squared minus 1. So step 1, we will start to focus on the parentheses. So we look at the parentheses 4 squared minus 1. We know that 4 squared is equal to 16. So the inside of the parentheses becomes 16 minus 1, or 15. So now let's rewrite the equation. 2 plus 3 times 15. So now we have two operations, 2 plus 3 and 3 times 15. So which one is first? If you said 3 times 15, you are correct. According to the rule of PEMDAS, multiplication will be first. So 3 times 15 gives us 45. So rewriting the equation one more time, we have 2 plus 45, which gives us our final answer of 47. And there you have it. So let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid. 1, don't forget, start with the parentheses. Secondly, people sometimes will do addition or subtraction before multiplication or division. Third, we often forget that exponents come before the other operations except for parentheses. Fourth, we often forget that addition and parentheses carry the same priority. So too do multiplication and division. So if you have a problem with addition and subtraction, these carry the same priority. So you simply move from left to right. Similarly, if you have a problem with multiplication and division, these carry the same priority. So you will simply move from left to right. Now that you know the rules, let's work through a few examples. Here are 3 problems. In the first, 5 plus 2 is multiplied times the parentheses 8 divided by 2. In the second, we have the parentheses 3 plus 5 is squared, and then that expression is divided by 4. Next, we have 7 times parentheses 6 minus 2 plus 8. So let's head on over to our board and work through some problems together. So in this lesson, we discussed order of operations and learned PEMDAS. So We have an equation here, we have an expression here, 5 plus 2 multiplied by the expression, parentheses, 8 divided by 2. So again, we talked about what is the order that we do problems. So we have a parentheses, which tells us that the first thing we're going to do is solve what's inside of the parentheses. This leaves us with 5 plus 2 times 4, because 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now we have an equation, or expression, 5 plus 2 times 4. So how do we solve this? Well, PEMDAS tells us that the multiplication problem will come before the addition problem. So we have 5 plus 2 times 4, which is 8, which gives us a final answer of 13. Does this make sense? Excellent. Very good. In this problem, we have the expression 3 plus 5 squared divided by 4. And so we have to figure out how to solve this. Well, with PEMDAS, we see we have a parentheses. So we know that the 3 plus 5 is going to be first, which gives us a new expression, 8 squared divided by 4. So now we have a new expression, 8 squared divided by 4. So after parentheses will be the exponent. And so we have 8 squared, which will give us 64. So finally, we have 64 divided by 4, which gives us our final answer of 16. Does this make sense? Very good. So in our next problem, we have the expression 7 times parentheses 6 minus 2 plus 8. So in this expression, we have a parentheses, so that will be the first thing that we do, which leaves us with 7 times 4 plus 8. And so we have a multiplication and an addition problem. So according to PEMDAS again, the 7 times 4 will be done before the plus 8. This leaves us with 28 plus 8 and gives us our final answer of 36. Did you get 36? Very good. So thank you again for joining us as we talk about order of operations and PEMDAS. And trust me, the quicker you commit this rule to memory, the more success you will have. And again, if you need more assistance, feel free to use one of our tools to help you on your journey. And don't hesitate to check out a video from our numeracy navigators to get more examples. Happy numerating!
Hi, my name is Susina Tefera, and I'm excited to learn with you today. I'll be one of your numeracy navigators, and today we're going to work on the order of operations. So here we have this equation, and we'll be using the function PEMDAS. So first, since parentheses goes first, we're going to do 7 minus 2, which gives us 5. And now we can use the rest of the operation just like that. So we have 4 plus 3 times 5. And since we know, according to PEMDAS, that multiplication comes before addition, we're going to do 3 times 5, which will give us 15. And now we can carry down the 4 plus. So 4 plus 15, which gives us 19. And that'll be our answer. Did you get that? If so, congratulations. Hi, my name is Susina Tefera, and I'm excited to learn with you today. I'll be one of your numeracy navigators, and today we're going to be working on the order of operations, and we're going to be using PEMDAS to do so. So first, we have our equation right here, and first, according to PEMDAS, we're going to use exponentials. So first, we're going to solve for this, and 2 to the second power is equal to 4. So now we can do 8 divided by 4 plus 6, and according to PEMDAS, division comes before addition. So we're going to do 8 divided by 4, which will give us 2. And now we can bring down the plus 6. And so that will leave us with the answer of 8. Did you get that? If so, congratulations.